Students, in today's session, we are going to study about greenhouse effect and ozone layer. Let us know what about the greenhouse effect. So, what is greenhouse effect? Who brought this in light? First, that will let us know. The Swedish scientist Svante Arensum was the first brought this term in 1996. The greenhouse effect is a natural process that keeps the earth warm. It is caused by the layer of gases that traps heat from the sun. It is a natural process. Greenhouse effect is a natural process. It happens by nature. It happens in nature. And its work is to keep the earth warm condition. And that is done by the gases layer present in the atmosphere, and what that gases do is they trap the sun, they absorb the heat from the sun, heat radiation from the sun. So that is how our earth is kept warm. Because of this, earth has special features than other planets, whereas in other planets there are no living creatures because there is no atmosphere, no gases, so they are not warm, they are cold or they are very hot. Therefore their existence of life is not possible in other planets, where in earth planet only it is possible. The layer of gases is made up of, and which all gases are there in this to trap this heat radiation? Or they are the water vapor, carbon dioxide is 60%, nitrous oxide 6%, methane 12%. Okay, and methane 12%, chlorofluorocarbon 22%, carbon dioxide 0.03%. See, carbon dioxide is 60% and carbon dioxide 0.03%. Twice it is given. So it is going to be one of the thing is 60%. It should be not there. Which are called greenhouse gases. These all together make a greenhouse gases. These all together are greenhouse gases. Okay, very important gases to keep the earth warm. Coming to next. Greenhouse effect. Once again about the this atmosphere contains carbon dioxide only in small quantities. Yet it is important constituent of atmosphere. It is there in a very less quantity, but it is highly important, very important constituent of the atmosphere. Atmosphere, in that it plays very important role. Sunlight of different wavelengths falls on the earth. The process now you are understanding. The sunlight of different wavelength falls on the earth. Okay. Some of it is absorbed and some portion of it is reflected back into the space. When it falls on the earth, that earth absorbs some of the heat radiation and remaining it is given back. It is reflected back into the space in the form of a infrared radiation. In the form of a infrared radiation, it is reflected back. Carbon dioxide molecules absorbs infrared radiation. See, which it is reflected back. That reflected back radiations are absorbed by the carbon dioxide molecules. Okay, that molecules trap this infrared radiation, that to carbon dioxide from the earth. Absorption of the infrared radiation makes atmosphere to heat up. This heating caused by trapped radiation in the atmosphere by the blanket of the greenhouse gases is called greenhouse effect. Greenhouse blanket is also, we say it is blanket. This blanket which do not emit the reflected rate back into space, and it keeps uh, the gases in itself. So that is called as a blanket. Greenhouse gases we call it as a blanket. And this effect is called as a greenhouse effect. This process of absorbing the reflected radiation from the earth and keeping the earth warm is called as a greenhouse effect. Okay, let's go for next one. So which all gases one in picture we are understanding? Carbon dioxide, transportation, fossil fuels, combustion, coal and crude oil. From these sources we are getting carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere. Methane, it is a natural gas system, landfills, agriculture. From these sources we are getting methane into the atmosphere. Next, hydrofluorochlorides, that is semiconductors manufacturing sources we are getting these gases. PFCs, aluminum propellants, from there we are getting PFCs. Sulfur hexafluoride, electrical transmission, magnesium production, from these sources we are getting these gases. Nitrous oxide, manufacturing, agriculture, cars, from this we are getting this nitrous oxide. So these are the greenhouse gases sources from where it is released into the atmosphere. Let us go for the next slide. Greenhouse effect. With the help of picture, one more process we are understanding. So sun emits radiation and this is given, this falls on the earth, this falls on the earth and this is absorbed here, this is absorbed and remaining is reflected back, and this reflected back, some of it escapes out, whereas so some of it reflected back into the space, and some of it is, before reaching the space, it is trapped by the gases, greenhouse gases. So in the picture you are seeing once again here, so many, it is reflected back, and these gases are absorbing this reflected back energy, again giving it back to the earth. So this is how the process of greenhouse effect takes place. Now let's go for next slide. So this how the gases from the industries and all is giving out different types of gases are emitting to the atmosphere in a large quantity. These are the main sources, industries. So greenhouse effect, if it is more, then the earth will get warmer and droughts and all takes place. So effects of increasing greenhouse effect. If greenhouse effect is more, is in normal range, then the life on the earth will be in the proper status, will be normal. Life of the earth will be normal. On the other hand, if a greenhouse effect exceeds the limit, then many adverse effects will take place. Or the main one is global warming and ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion also will cause. What is ozone layer depletion? Next slide we are going to understand. So bad effects, adverse effects of increasing greenhouse effect. As a effect of above two main examples, life of a creature on the earth will become highly intolerable. Okay. New diseases will occur, floods, rise in sea level, landslides, earthquakes, volcanoes, soil erosion. Many such adverse effect will start. So it is very everybody's responsibility to think before act to save the earth. So these are very dangerous natural bad effects which will take the creature's ratio to very lower level. So therefore it is our responsibility, everybody's responsibility to save the earth and then plan for so that greenhouse gases should be in a proper ratio for the existence of the life on the earth. Now coming to the next part, that is what is ozone layer. What is ozone? Let us know first what is ozone. Ozone is form of oxygen. Each molecule of ozone contains 3 atoms of oxygen. Its molecular formula is O3. Its molecular formula is O3. Like this it should be written. Ozone is a form of oxygen. You know oxygen O2. But this is a O3. Each molecule of ozone contains 3 atoms. That is O3. 3 tells it is 3 atoms are there in the molecule. Its formula is O3. Then what is ozone layer? Ozone gets formed by combining atoms of oxygen at a stratosphere. There is in atmosphere it is divided in many layers. One of that is a stratosphere. So that the part of the stratosphere where the ozone is present is called as a ozone layer. The ozone layer, it is present in 2 layers, but in a stratosphere it is a high quantity. That layer we call it as a ozone layer. So ozone layer is a band of 16 kilometer from the earth, 16 to 40 kilometer from the earth. This layer thickest at the height of about 23 kilometers. From the earth it is at what height? From 23 kilometers from the earth. That stratosphere, that is the ozone layer is present. Okay. So importance of ozone layer. Then what is the work of this ozone layer? The work of the ozone layer is it acts as a protective blanket. Acts as a protective blanket for earth by preventing harmful radiation emitting from the sun to reach the earth. See in the picture you are seeing, so the radiation are coming from the sun. In that harmful radiations are there, ultraviolet radiation, like that harmful radiations are there. If that enters the earth, and that radiation will burn the life creatures on the earth, that much harmful radiation there, or diseases will take place. If not they kill the lives, they will diseases, skin cancer, many diseases will be there, so that by that the creatures will be dying. So that much harmful. But what is then the ozone layer? They don't know what happens with it, but their work is to stop these radiation to reach the earth. Okay, this is how they protect the earth from this harmful radiation. Okay, so it is a work of ozone layer. Ozone layer depletion. Now let us know what is ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion is if the greenhouse gases, this carbon dioxide, this ozone is, they are unstable molecules. They will not be in O3 condition. They will keep on splitting up. When they keep on splitting up, oxygen will be combining with the chlorines and from chlorofluoros, and therefore if this happens in a large quantities, the depletion, that is what we are seeing here, depletion, that is a hole on the earth hole on the ozone layer will start taking place. Ozone hole, what is saying is ozone hole, and ultraviolet radiation will be reaching the earth. So this is what is ozone layer. Ozone layer. So that is stopping the ultraviolet radiation to reach the earth. If it is in a thick, then it will be in a proper our earth will be safe condition. If it is in that only the part of the, if in some area the gases are reacting with ozone molecules and there will be available in a very less quantity, we say there is a hole in the ozone layer. So that part will be allowing the harmful radiation to reach the earth. So okay, see here in the atmosphere you wanted to know how this stratosphere layer of the atmosphere is different, it is divided. First one is from the near the earth, it is a stratosphere. It is a stratosphere. Next is a troposphere. Next is a stratosphere. Then is a mesosphere. Then is a thermosphere. And last one is the exosphere. These many layers of atmosphere are there around the earth. So ozone layer is in the stratosphere. Okay. This will be ozone. This is the ozone layer, stratosphere near the earth. That will be stopping this ultraviolet radiation to reach the earth. Okay. So ozone layer depletion. Ozone destruction by UV rays. So ultraviolet radiation from the sun releases the radicals chlorine and chloroxide, ClO. Ozone is highly unstable. So it is what I said, they will not be in O3 condition always. They will keep on splitting up unstable molecules. So it is readily denotes the extra oxygen. So this is a ozone. When it split up, one oxygen is given here, oxygen molecule, and two oxygen are here. It is stable. Oxygen is stable here. And this one single oxygen molecule will combine with the chlorine. Like that, ClO is forming here. ClO is forming. And this is given by the earth. Chlorine gases is given by the earth, and there it will react. So here extra molecule of the oxygen is combining with the chlorine atom. It extra oxygen molecule to free radical species such as hydrogen, bromine and chlorine. All such molecules it will combine. The combined species act as catalyst in the breakdown of the ozone molecules. So it will start forming in a large quantities. So the process will speed up. If this one single molecule split like this, reaction will be taking in a fast track. So ozone depletion. Ozone layer depletion is simply the wearing out, that is reduction of the amount of ozone in the stratosphere. Unlike pollution, which has many types and causes, ozone depletion has been pinned down to one major human activity. Because of human activity, this depletion of the ozone layer is taking place, because that gases is released more, and then ozone will be reacting with these radicals or the molecules, and then the ozone layer will be absorbed by these gases to react with this. Then we will be finding less amount of ozone there. We say there is a hole. So this is so industries that manufacture things like insulating foams, solvent, soaps, cooling things like air conditioner, refrigerator, takeaway containers use something called as a chlorofluorocarbons. So these all causes the ozone layer depletion. So causes of ozone layer depletion. ODS are ozone depleting substances. ODs are the ozone depletion substances. CFC are the main chemical that breaks down the ozone layer. CFC are the main chemical. Chlorofluorocarbon. CFC means chlorofluorocarbon are the main chemical to break down the ozone layer. HCFC and PCB are the radicals. Volcanic activity, greenhouse gases, and sunspot cycles, these are also the causes of ozone layer depletion. Ozone depleting substances. Ozone depleting substances. The stratosphere ozone is being destroyed by a group of manufactured chemicals. Manufactured chemicals. Just now you came to know what is manufactured chemicals. Okay, ODs. These chemicals are called ozone deflecting substance. ODs means what? ODS means ozone deflecting substances. ODS are very stable, non-toxic and environmentally safe in the lower atmosphere. Their stability allows them to float up intact to the stratosphere. Once there, they are broken apart by these intense ultraviolet light. These ODs are safe, non-toxic, unstable, and they are safe in the lower atmosphere. But if they are not there, if they keep on moving up, their stability allows them to float up. As they are stable, they will be float up, they move up intact to the stratosphere. If they reach this stratosphere, once they reach, they are broken up apart by their intense ultraviolet ray. Their ultraviolet rays will be reaching there and they will be broken up. They demolish ozone at the high speed. A single molecule of chlorine can break apart thousands of molecules of ozone. Single molecule of chlorine can it will split up thousands molecules of ozone. That much capacity is there in the chlorine. So that is very important. So it should not create these chlorine molecules or gases allowed to release in the atmosphere. Chlorine reacts is, see here again in the picture how this ozone molecules, they are splitting up into oxygen atoms, and one more reaction causes more depletion. Okay, so CFC released into the environment by industries rise up to the stratosphere and reaches here. So it gives us sunlight breaks CFCs up, releasing the chlorine, and this is how from sun we are getting these molecules. Chlorine reacts with the ozone and destroy ozone. So this is more, if this reaction takes place in more quantity, ozone layer depletion will be causing. See, this is in the picture you are seeing the ozone hole. Earlier hole was only this much and it is increased. Still it is increased and again it is in. So this ozone depletion is size is increasing and increasing day by day, year by year. So because of that, ultraviolet radiations are entering the earth atmosphere and causing many diseases. So we should not allow to happen these things. Because of our human activities, these all things are happening. So our work is to stop such activities so that our earth should be safe. Okay. Ultraviolet, then what are the bad effects again? Let us know. Ultraviolet radiation is biologically destructive in many ways. It causes skin cancer, cataracts, means eye, which we cannot see the things that is cataract form we say in eyes, suppresses in the human immunity system, diminishes the yield of many crops, disrupts aquatic food chain, means food yield will be very less, by killing microorganisms on the ocean surface, many other negative effects which will be still undiscovered. So many still are bad effects are undiscovered. That many things are happening. This is happening due to certain recent human activities. So human is the main cause for this ozone depletion, human activities, which have injected certain chemicals in the stratosphere, which consume ozone and reduces its content. So this is the human activities causes main, so that ozone layer is spoiling up. So in the picture you are seeing how the ultraviolet radiation entering the earth atmosphere and the bad effects. So skin cancer is causing damage genetic material in the cells, leads to more people suffering from the cataracts, causes cancer, allergies and some other infection diseases. 10% of ozone depletion in the layer results in 30% increase in the skin cancer infection. So this 30% ozone layer depletion results in the 30% increase in the skin cancer infection. So this is how we are seeing the causes and bad effects of this ozone layer. So let us save the earth, stop global warming, save our planet. So it is motto everywhere, this awareness is going on. So everybody keep, not only by reading the books and understanding, it is very important to take action. So wherever such negative action are taking place, we should go and warm them. So it should not be continued. Thank you for watching.